Welcome everyone to the question paper discussion of GK Shankar Learning Institute Group 2 2A Test Batch Prelims 2024 for the test number 20 based on the general English. We have covered 19 tests in a previous some months. We have covered 19 tests based on the syllabus as well and book wise too. We have analyzed the syllabus based test based on the part A, B, C, grammar, poem and prose based questions. We have completed 8 tests initially which covered entire syllabus. Then we moved to the practice of to understanding the various grammar portions given in the various books. So we moved to the 12th, 11th, 8th, 10th, 9th based book based test. We completed so far 12th, 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th and 7th. These are the standards we covered and tested ago few weeks. So this is a condition. We have completed the 19th test. Let's go for the 20th test question paper discussion. Straight away the question number 1, find out the correct sentence here. Find out the correct sentence. The statement number 1 consists Rahul is the smartest and intelligent staff in this company, while the second statement is Rahul is the smartest and most intelligent staff of this company. So what is the correct sentence here? When it's compared to two different sentences, the most is the key term here, which is used the proper superlative degree. Thus conclude the second statement is the correct one. The answer must be option B is the correct answer for the question number 1. 2 only correct. Let's take a look on the question number 2. Find out the correct sentence. Find out the correct sentence. The similar approach of the first question is given in the second question as well. The statement number 1, Kyle is more intelligent and smarter than Saral. The term more is used here. We should not use the superlative degree and the comparative degree. We should use and switch the condition as per the second term. The second statement is written correctly, grammatically well. The second statement, Kyle is smarter and more intelligent than Saral. This is the proper way to write the sentence when it compare the two different character of a person. The second one is correct. Option B, 2 only correct is the answer for the question number 2. Let's take up the question number 3. Find out the correct sentence. The question is being asked to find out the correct sentence. There are two sentences. Sentence number 1, it is my the best genre of the music. The term here used is my the best. A possessive pronoun cannot take the superlative degree with the. The should not be used here. Let's move on the second statement. It consists, it is my best genre of the music is the correct usage here. We should not use my. We should not use the. The third question, find out the correct sentence. The correct sentence is the matter here. The third one. The answer must be option B, 2 only correct. Let's move on to question number 4. George Crocos. George Crocos was the poet who belongs to the country Australia. Option B is the correct answer. He is not belongs to America, Canadian and British writer. He is the only poet in our entire book who belongs to Australia. Option 4 is the correct answer. Let's go for the question number 5. Medieval knightly system with its religious, moral, social code is called as chivalry. Chivalry is the correct term which consists the meaning the medieval knightly system with its religious, moral and social code is called chivalry. Let's take a look on the question number 6. Find out the system. Find out the synonym atroid. Atroid is a term which means knowledge, skill, clever, intelligent. The options are given here. Is option A clever is correct. Skillful also correct. Intelligent also correct. Option D all of the above is the accurate answer for the question number 6. Let's move on to question number 7. Fill in the blank with the suitable options. Consist proposition. Alice was beginning to get tired of sitting by her sister on the bank and of having nothing to do. Alice was bored. Alice was beginning to is the correct usage. At the same time, get very tired of sitting by her sister also correct usage. On the bank also a correct one. Option A is the correct. Option A is the correct answer. Let's go for the question number 8. Fill in the blank with the suitable options. Question number 8. Fill in the blank with the suitable options. Days and weeks went by. Days and weeks went by. It was a month since Gopal had left. Kindly understand why we are using had left here. We can identify from some clues. The previous sentence consists days and weeks went by. It consists the past tense. At the same time, this clause, it was a month since. It was a month since Gopal had left. This consists of simple past tense. We can go and use the past perfect tense. Finally, the answer for the question number 8 is had left is the correct usage. We can't use has left. We should not use has leave because leave is not the past participle. Past participle is the term always associated with the had, which means past perfect. Let's go for the question number 9. Read out the synonym or find out the synonym is the correct here. Find out the synonym. His serene face, eternally beautiful. Eternally beautiful. For the question number 9. Option C, calm. Calm face is the correct usage for the question number 9. Find out the synonym. Serene means calm is the correct answer. Let's go for the question number 10. Find out the correct sentence. There are two various sentences. We must understand the statement number 1. He was driven by the strong desire to finish the sculpture in time. In time and on time were the preposition used to identify the finishing time of a event or some other things which finished to the specific time. So in time is the sufficiently early. In time means sufficiently early. The statement 1 is correct. Absolutely correct one. In matters of the second statement, it was biggest piece of work in his best. We can't use the here. It was his biggest piece of work, his best. That leads to option A. One only correct is the answer for the question number 10. Let's take a look on the question number 11. Find out the correctly matched pair synonym. The first pair, stumbled, lost balance, is correct one. Immobilized, stopped from moving, is the correct one. Tottered over, moved unsteadily way, is the correct one. Startled means unexpected. Unexpected. Startled means unexpected. Unexpected is the key here. Option 4 is incorrectly matched. The question number 11 considered to find out the correctly matched pair. Option A is the correct one. Option A is the correct one. 11th, find out the correctly matched pair or synonym. Startled means unexpected is the correct synonym. Let's go for the question number 12. Find out the correctly matched pair. Find out the correctly matched pair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 pairs there. For the question number 12. Let's understand. Oblique. Oblique means embroidery work. The first pair is correctly matched. And then the second, calligraphy. Calligraphy means beautiful handwriting. Second also correct. The third one, ikebana. Ikebana is a Japanese flower arrangement. Is the correct one. Origami. Origami is a Japanese paper art. Japanese paper art. Thus the condition here is origami, not a Chinese art. The fourth pair is incorrectly matched here. The fifth one, tapestry. Tapestry means cloth with designs and pictures. Cloth with designs and pictures is the correct one. For the question number 5, the answer is oblique, calligraphy, ikebana, tapestry. The question number 12, find out the correctly matched pair here is 1, 2, 3 and 5. Obviously option D is the correct answer for the question number 12. Let's take up the question number 13. Find out the correct sentence. There are 4 different sentences there. We can go for the condition. Silence should be maintained in the libraries. Modal verb is used here in a positive format here. Silence should be maintained in the libraries and hospitals is the correct one. Cars should not be parked in the no parking area, also correct one. Cleanliness should be practiced at homes is the correct one. At homes is the correct one. In should not be used here. At homes as well as in public places. So question number 13, the third statement is incorrect. Let's go for the fourth sentence. Cell phones should not be used in petrol bunks. So this is the condition for the question number 13. Find out the correct sentence. The correct sentence is 1, 2 and 4. 1, 2 and 4. Option B is the correct answer for the question number 13. Let's move on to question number 14. Fill in the blank with the suitable options. Fill in the blank with the suitable options. The police had announced that the State Bank of India was robbed yesterday. That the State Bank of India was robbed yesterday. Let us understand the question here. Why we are used past perfect tense to fill the 14th questions. This must be the answer. Option C for the question number 14, had announced. The second portion of the sentence consists the simple past tense. If you use simple past tense in the second portion as the beginning places, the next clause must consist the past perfect. Past perfect. The police had announced that the State Bank of India was robbed is the correctly used. Option C is the correct answer. Let's go for the question number 15. Wandering Singers was written by. Who was the author for the poem Wandering Singers? This is nothing but option D. Sarojini Naidu is the correct answer. Sarojini Naidu, fondly known as Nightingale of India. The next question is consists the same condition here. The poet was given as a certificate Bharat Kohila on account of her beautiful poems and songs. Bharat Kohila, which means Nightingale of India. Option D, Sarojini Naidu is the correct answer again for the question number 16. Let us consider the question number 17. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. So what is the figures of speech used in the question number 17? What hope shall we gather? What hope shall we gather? What dream shall we show? The key is question mark is here used. the figures of speech must be rhetorical question. The figures of speech must be rhetorical question. Option C is the correct one. Let's go for the question number 18. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. Identify the figures of speech from the following line. The laughter and beauty of women longed it. The laughter and beauty of the women longed it. The beauty is associated with longed it, the inanimate object considered as having the quality of human being, which means non-human attribute considered and spoken of as having life. The answer must be personification. Personification is the figures of speech used in the question number 18. The laughter and beauty of the women long dead is the correct answer. Option A, personification is the answer. Let's move on to question number 19. Identify the figures of speech from the following line. Identify the figures of speech from the following line. Where the voice of wind calls are wandering feet. Where the voice of wind calls. The wind is considered with the non-human attribute word, which means voice. A wind is compared to voice, which consists with voice. Obviously, option A is the correct answer, personified here. For the question number 19, identify the figures of speech from the following lines. Where the voice of wind calls are wandering feet. Option A is the correct answer. Let's go for the question number 20. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. All men are kindred. All men are kindred. The world is our home. All men are kindred. The world is our home. For the question number 20, metaphor is the figures of speech. The world is compared to the home, which means the residing place with the unity. This line speak about the unity of the global community. All men are kindred with the world is our home. Option C is the correct answer for the question number 20. Let's take up the question number 11. Identify the figures of speech from the following line. Again, the voice of the wind. The voice of the wind is voice of our fate. The voice of the wind is the voice of our fate. Again, personification found here. Option A is the correct answer for the question number 21. Let's go for the question number 22, which consists correctly matched pair. Question number 22, lute. Lute, a kind of stringed musical instrument, is the correct one. Correct one. Roam. Roam means roaming, wandering, traveling. The verb roam means wander or travel. Next, kindred. Kindred means relations. Kindred means relations. Lace. Lace means happiness. Sadness cannot be answer for the lace. Lace means stories. Stories is the correct one. Stories. Option 4 is the correct usage here for the question number 22. Let's continue with the question number 22. The answer must be option A. 1, 2, 3 are correct. Let's take up the question number 23. Who quoted that life is either daring adventure or nothing? Either daring adventure or nothing. The specific line is given in the 7th book pack paragraph that consists some items about some information about Helen Keller. Option A is the correct answer. This question was taken from the 7th book. Helen Keller said, life is either a daring adventure or nothing. Option A is the correct answer. Let's go for the question number 24. Fill in the blank with the suitable words which consist tenses. Tenses. During the night, train left the mountain behind and passed Nasik. And next day, the day presided over the flat, well cultivated country. So preposition is given here. So question number 24. The next day proceeded over the flat, well cultivated country of the Kandesh. Option C is the correct answer for the question number 24. Let's move on to question number 25. Fill in the blank with the suitable options. Did you come by train? Did you come by train is the correct usage. Option C is the correct answer for the question number 25. Let's go for the question number 26. Fill in the blank with the suitable options. Fill in the blank with the suitable options. I came to office on foot. On foot is the correct term here. Correct preposition used to fill the blank. I came to office on foot. 26 is the correct answer. Let's go for the question number 27. John Masefield was appointed Poet Laureate of United Kingdom in the year of 1930. Option A is the correct answer for the question number 27. John Masefield was appointed Poet Laureate of the United Kingdom in the year of 1930. Let's move on to question number 28. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. And all I ask is a windy day with white clouds flying. White clouds flying. And flung spray and blown spume. The seagulls crying. Crying is a human attribute. Human character was given to the animal one. And also the cloud are flying. Cloud are flying. Option A, personification is found here. Option A is the correct answer for the question number 28. Let's take up the question number 29. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. And all I ask is a windy day with the white clouds flying, and flung spray and bloom spume, the seagulls crying. Now, anaphora is the figures of speech here used. And is repeated twice. Option 29, question number 29, option A is the correct answer for the question number 29. Anaphora is the correct answer. Let's take up the question number 30. Fill in the blank with the suitable options. I must go down to sea again. The sea fever is the line taken from Sea Fever, John Masefield. I must go down the seas again to the lonely sea and to see the lonely sea and the sky, for call the running tide, to the vagrant gypsy life. All of the above is the correct answer. All the three lines consist the specific one. Option D is the correct answer for the question number 30. 31, question number 31. Identify the figures of speech from the following line. Is a wild call or clear call that may not be denied. That may not be denied. For the question number 31, antithesis is the figures of speech here. Antithesis. So antithesis is the figures of speech here for the question number 31. Let's go for the question number 32. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. And a grey mist on the sea's face, and a grey dawn on the breaking. And a grey mist on the sea's face, and a grey dawn breaking. And the grey dawn breaking. Option A is the correct answer for the question number 32. Personification. Personification. Where did we found personification? That's nothing but the term sea's face. The face is the human attribute, was given for the non-human attribute. Option A is the correct answer for the question number 32. Let's take up the question number 33. Identify the figures of speech from the following line. And the wheels kick and winds song, and white sails shaking. Wind song is the figures of speech here found. Personification. The line is personified here for the question number 33. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. Option A, personification is the correct answer. Let's go for the question number 34. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. And all I ask is a tall ship. And all I ask is a tall ship, and start to steer her by. Start to steer her by. Her. Her is a non-human attribute here, emphasized as a personification. Option A is the correct answer for the question number 34. Let's go for the question number 35. Identify the figures of speech. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. And all I ask is a tall ship to steer her by. The answer is synecdoche. Synecdoche is the figures of speech to refer whole or vice versa. The star is polar star. Polar star refers to polar star to guide the voyagers to reach the specific destination. Thus results the question number 35. Identify the figures of speech. And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer by her. The her is referred to tall ship. Option A, synecdoche is the correct answer for the question number 35. In the same case, likewise, question number 34 also consists the personification. Let's go for the question number 36. Find out the correctly matched pair. Correctly matched pair. Flung means through. Fume means sea foam. Vagrant means wandering. Witted means sharp, not blunt. Thus results pair 1, 2, 3 are correct. Option A is the correct answer for the question number A. Option A. Let's go for the question number 37. Find out the word. Find out the word. A long rambling story, especially one that is impossible. A long rambling story, especially one that is impossible. Option A, yarn is the correct answer. Yarn stands for a long rambling story, especially one that is impossible. Let's go for the question number 38. The title of the poem Sea Fever means. The title of the poem or theme of the poem Sea Fever means the poet's deep wish to be at sea. The poet's deep wish to be at the sea is the title of the poem Sea Fever. Let's go for the question number 39. The poet in Sea Fever poem wants to lead the life at sea like gulls and the whales. The gulls and the whales. The seagulls. He compared or he used the term seagull in that poem. 39 is the correct. 39 option A is the correct answer. Let's go for the question number 40. The poem The Courage was written by. The poem Courage was written by Edgar Albert Gust. Edgar Albert Gust is the answer for the question number 40. Let's go for the question number 41. Identify the figures of speech. Courage isn't last resort in the work of life or game of sport. For the question number 41, courage isn't last resort in the work of the life or game of the sport. Antithesis is the correct answer for the question number 41. Here, life is against the game. The game, which means we play sport or we take easily, but life does not take easily. It's a great decision. It consists of lot of elements. The life is contrast to the game. This leads to the figures of speech antithesis. Let's go for the question number 42. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. It's written in victory and defeat. Victory and defeat. Victory is exactly opposite to the defeat. It's found the figures of speech antithesis. Option D is the correct answer. Moreover, victory is directly opposite to the defeat. Question number 42, option D is the answer. Let's move on to question number 43. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. Back of his smiles and behind his tears. Back of his smiles and behind his tears, the figures of speech is found. Smile is exactly contrast to the tears. Smiles bring the happy mood, tears bring the sad mood. That is exactly opposite one. That's find the way to the antithesis. Option D is the correct figures of speech for the question number 43. Let's consider the 44. Identify the question number 44. Identify the figures of speech from the following line. Identify the figures of speech from the following line. It is part of man when his skies are blue. It's a part of man when his skies are blue. It's a part of him. It's a part of him when he has work to do. When he has work to do. So what is the figures of speech? The figures of speech is obvious. Anaphora is the figures of speech, which consists the repetition of the same word with different context. It's part of. 45, question number 45, identify the figures of speech from the following line. I must go down to the seas, to the lonely sea and the sky. Lonely sea and the sky, the human attribute was given to the non-living attribute like sea and sky. It find the figures of speech option A is the correct answer. Personification is the correct answer for the question number 45. Let's go for the question number 46. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. To the gull's way and whale's way, where the winds like a whetted knife. Whetted means sharp knife. Here like is used. Obviously we go for simile. Simile is not found in the options. It's go for metaphor. Metaphor is the figures of speech here for the question number 46. Option C is the correct answer for the question number 46. Let's go for the question number 47. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. Identify the figures of speech from the following lines. And all I ask is tall ship and start to steer by her. What is the figures of speech here for the question number 47? 47, allusion is the figures of speech also. Allusion means the polar star is made the allusion here for the question number 47. Let's go for the question number 48. Identify the figures of speech from the following line. All I ask is a merry yarn from the laughing fellow rover. Fellow rover. For the question number 48, metaphor is the correct answer for the question number 48. Merry yarn means the happy story. Happy story is compared to merry yarn. Option C is the correct answer for the question number 48. Let's go for the question number 49. Identify the figures of speech from the following line. And a quiet sleep and sweet dream when the long trick is over. Metaphor is the figures of speech used here. Long trick is compared to life of the sea voyager, the author. 49, option C is the correct answer. Let's go for the question number 50. Identify the figures of speech based on the line. And the flung spray and blown fume and the seagulls crying. The poem was taken from, the line was taken from Sea Fever, obviously. Option B is the correct answer. Option 50 is the correct answer for the question number. Option B is the correct answer for the question number 50. So thank you. We have completed the 50 questions. Thank you for joining us. Do support and subscribe our channel. Thank you so much.